This is our Valentine's Day special on this Wednesday, February 12th, and we're so glad you made it. Welcome to our first segment, which is Tea Talk in the Parlor, and I'd like to introduce my lovely co-host for this segment, Gabrielle Darque. How are you?
Good, how are you?
And as usual, we always check out our nails.
I always do something different for this show because there's a love theme. I decided to freehand some hearts.
That's quite impressive. Yes, love is in the air today on our Valentine's Day theme show. And you know, we were going to talk a little bit about Valentine's Day and you know, it's everywhere, right? We hear it on the television, we see it in the mall, we see it, we're surrounded by it. But do you think that it's become a little bit too commercialized?
I think it definitely has become too commercialized. I think that it should be more of a celebration of your love for your significant other or your family members or whatever the case is, if you're single. But I don't know, like I think I see way too much red and pink and all this stuff. I don't know, think outside the box is, I guess, my point. I remember I actually got blue roses for Valentine's Day once. That was actually something different as opposed to red roses.
Yeah, kind of like the blue suede shoes Elvis wore. But you know, you're making a point, and I want to make it too, is that love is supposed to be something we give to each other, whether we're, you know, a couple, a romantic love, or in friendship, or in any kind of relationship. There's always a form of love. And it's something that we should be giving to each other every day. But we seem to get all fixated at one time of the year, kind of like Christmas. Oh, let's all be nice to each other because it's Christmas, and let's all love each other because it's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day actually is over a $2 billion industry between the cards, the chocolates, the flower. Insane. It's like it's all about money. And the funny thing about it is, if you know the roots about Valentine's Day, which is Saint Valentine and what was going on, he was imprisoned, and the whole escape thing, and what love is really about. I mean, there's lots of different ways we can show love. So let's, you know, I want to talk to you a little bit about how do you perceive an ideal way to spend Valentine's Day?
Well, I'm the artistic, artsy type, so I like out of the box, not the norm type stuff. I'm not big on the chocolates. I have them all the time. I really should cut down on them, to be perfectly honest. Roses are nice, but, you know, think outside the box. Get multicolored carnations or blue roses. I've actually seen multicolored roses. They actually inject the color into the stem, and then when the water comes up, it becomes multicolored. That's cool. It's rare. It's something different. You know, if you have an artistic friend, make a card, or if you're artsy yourself, make your own card.
Right. So it's about, to you, celebrating what makes a person unique and what you love about them. And I guess for me, it's like there's a lot of different ways I could do that. But I think, you know, we become so fixated as women that if we don't have a certain type of Valentine's Day, that, you know, it doesn't validate us, or we don't feel loved or wanted. And you know, I mean, personally, I've had everything from roses, chocolate, perfume, lingerie, romantic dinners, trips, diamonds, jewelry, stuffed animals, some of which we have here today. Look at this. And it goes, kiss me. And I have this love frog that somebody gave to me, and one of my other former boyfriends gave me that beautiful red teddy bear. And, you know, it's all been great. Like, I have to tell you, I've had some really great Valentine's Days, but it wasn't always the gifts, the showering of the gifts, that made them great. It was the fact that they went to all this trouble to plan all this stuff and show me how special I was to them, or how much they cared about me. That's what meant the most. Mm-hmm. And the uniqueness of it too. Like, I have to share this with you. So one time when I was in university, a guy actually came to my apartment that I knew, and he pressed the buzzer, the intercom, and he serenaded me a whole poem over the intercom, and then brought the roses up. And I thought, wow, this is so...
Yeah, that's actually really cute.
That is so amazing, right? Like the creativity involved, right? And then another time, I have to tell you, my best Valentine's Day, I was taken out for dinner I was given an incredible gift, and I had like a whole spa day thing out of it. And then we had a whole big romantic evening, and he really like took the time to make it extra special romantic. He set like candles and a bathtub full of bubble bath and like all this really special stuff. And I think you know where it led to, right? So it really was an amazing, probably the best Valentine's Day I ever had.
That's cool.
And what about you? What was your best?
Oh, I don't know. I've always either dated guys for a short period of time, or it's never been around Valentine's Day that I've ever had one. But I've had different things. I mean, the blue roses that I mentioned before, that was really special. But I don't know. I guess I just haven't found that lucky one yet.
So let's talk about that, because I mean, this is a show for women, and it's married women, it's career women, it's single women, we're all women. And you know, one of the things, like I have been alone a lot on Valentine's Day too. And I can tell you, I've had those, you know, mopey moments where nobody loves me, oh, it's Valentine's Day. And then, you know, I think about it and I think that is not empowering. Because the number one place love starts is with ourselves.
Absolutely.
So I have a little message for the single gals out there who maybe don't have plans for Valentine's Day or a date or whatever. I invite you to think of a way that you can actually romance yourself, whether that's, you know, going out with your girlfriends and doing something fun. There's lots of Valentine's Day parties for singles happening in the city. Or whether that's just, you know, doing something extra special for yourself. It's called romancing yourself, and sometimes it's really good. And it's certainly not good to be blue on Valentine's Day, unless, of course, it's the blue roses that you talked about. It's not good to be blue on Valentine's Day, right? It's not a good place to be in.
No. I have another really good one. A couple of nights ago, I slept on my pillow funny, so I have this horrible kink in my neck. Massage.
Well, funny you should mention that, because today on our show, we are going to be talking about lingering love and romance through couples massage with Tanya Christie, who is here to visit us from the Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa in Thornhill location. So we're going to talk about that. We are also going to have Stacey He is returning here for her first of 4 Women in Finance segments. This one's for the love of money. Now, I know that most of you probably love money and would like to have a little more of it in your life. Stacey's going to talk to us a little bit about that, and particularly how money applies to women and what they do with that. And again, this is the first of her 4-part series on women in finance. So we think it's really cool because we think it's a really important topic. And then we're going to round out the show today with a special guest who's sharing my women in business, actually it's magnetic women in business moment with me. And that is Hugh Riley. And Hugh Riley is the founder of That Channel Media. He actually gave me my start in TV after I spent 17 years behind the camera as a publicist. So with him, we're going to be talking about passion and how to take your passion and turn it into profit and create a business and life you love. So please stay with us on I'm Every Woman TV. We'll be right back after this short break.